Runes? I have the right runes right now. Okay. Yeah, they picked Ari, which actually isn't that bad versus me. I can lane versus Ari pretty easily.
Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. Hope you guys are having a great day today. I've been trying to get this video done all day. All day! And it hasn't been going well. For a number of reasons. It appears... Can I type free? Does that work? Nope. Why is Lucio categorized as free? Come on, Blizzard, what's going on here? So, I was assuming that Illidan was free to play. I guess he's not. I was also assuming that Tyrael was free to play. He is. So basically, every time I was trying to do this video today, I would get into a game and they would just fucking dive me. There'd be a Genji, Illidan, and a Tyrael in pretty much every match. Every time I would come out of stealth, it would be the Hunt, Judgment, and Genji going in with that X-Blade thing right on top of me. And it was just awful. So... we're gonna try again. What are we doing today? Great question. We're gonna be using the new reworked Snipe Master talent on Nova. Now, this is really, really fun, and my favorite build for Nova did revolve around the Snipe Master talent, but it was really inconsistent. Essentially how it works right now is if you hit an enemy hero with Snipe after you pick up the talent, it increases the damage of Snipe by 15%, and this stacks up to 5 times. I already did the streamer math. That's 75% damage increase if you're able to hit those 5 snipes in a row. Now, what they changed about the talent is making it so if you hit a minion, mercenary, objective monster, or a tower, or anything like that, as long as you impact something, you don't lose the stacks to Snipe Master, which is a massive improvement. And overall, it makes the build feel a lot better. Also, because of this, we can go for explosive rounds and also improve the laning of Nova. She can actually push lanes a little bit. She has a purpose on Infernal Shrines. She can also deal a surprising amount of AoE damage in the middle of a team fight. And I have tried to record this video a few times. As I mentioned, some of the games were just awful, but the first time I sat down to record it, it was the best game. It was fantastic. And I commentated the whole thing, and I looked over here to stop recording, and it said start recording, because apparently right when I started the video, I clicked record twice instead of once, and it canceled the whole thing. So pretty much today's been going real downhill for me. I got really discouraged. I got insulted by an Illidan, and it made me feel bad. So, hopefully this game goes better.
Locked and loaded.
I played League of Legends for a little bit with Moon. He called me a viewer. I'm still not over that. Her team looks really good. We're gonna stop talking now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on the tomb of the Spider Queen. Let's win. Team, good luck, have fun, do the thing. I want to win really bad. I want to win really bad. Snipe Master, bruh. So, Nova's abilities. We just went over these not long ago. I showed you the meta build for Nova with the pinning strike or pinning shot or whatever it's called. And that build's still great. That build's still fine. This is my favorite way to play Nova. It's a lot more punishing, a lot less consistent, and probably doesn't have as much mileage as the meta build. So if you want to see that build, I'll link it at the end of this one. I'll link it at the end of this video.
On the move.
And you can go back and watch. But level 1, we did go for the advanced cloaking, which is just going to increase our movement speed. What are the odds he uses slime right when I walk by? It's going to increase our movement speed and give us mana return while we're in stealth. And this is useful because we're not going to get the mana return on Snipe or the lower mana cost on Snipe. We're just going to be running around in between lanes trying to gank people, trying to deal damage, and hopefully that's going to work out. Now, the enemy team has a support. We don't. But we have 2 tanks, and they have none. So this might actually be the most even match I've seen all day. The friendly team, Nova Zul, Ragnaros, Zarya Vari, and the enemy team, Alarak, Genji, Sergeant Hammer, and Murky. I'm just going to try to stay really, really, really far back. Try to not bait Genji into jumping on me. We're basically going to try to use our Snipe on cooldown, or at least that's the plan. That's the plan right now. And we're going to try to just harass at the easy targets, the low-hanging fruit. So this Sergeant Hammer that's not going to be moving, we'll poke at her a lot, try to deal some damage. Yes, I know Tyrande can just heal this up, no problem. But the idea is we're forcing her to heal that target. Also, we need to get in the habit of landing all of these snipes, and I just needed to make sure I could still do it. I took a break for a few hours. I actually played some League with Moon. Played a game, first games I've played in a really long time. Played a game of Skarner in the jungle, Amumu in the jungle, and Tryndamere in the top lane. He was bringing me back. He was bringing me back, man. Our Q ability is Snipe. This is what the basis of our build is going to be. Our W ability is Pinning Shot. We're going to use it, but it's not really that important. It's just a slow on a target. And then our E ability is the Decoy. We'll just be throwing that out and letting it do its thing. If we continue to land our snipes throughout the course of the game, I'm going to be pretty happy, and our damage is going to be pretty high. Now, if you are looking to play Nova, I would recommend not laning at all, actually. Always be looking for a gank in between lanes. Always look for an opportunity to get some kind of damage out on an enemy team, force them back a little bit, and make them use their Sipika, make them use those survival cooldowns, or go back to the base so your team can get uncontested XP. You're not going to get a bunch of kills in the early of the game. Your damage, especially with this build, definitely ramps up as the game progresses. But, you know, you can try. We're going to go for Covert Mission at level 4. This is our bribe talent for Nova. We're going to be able to take over mercenary camps pretty easily with this. Well, this should be a kill here. Never mind, he has the boosters. And Tyrande's going to dodge that. Oh, aren't you fancy? Now, once we hit level 7, we are going to have Snipe Master. That's 4 levels away as of right now. We are going to have that online, and it's going to be pretty good. It's a pretty sizable damage increase as long as you can continue to chain your snipes out on targets. And then once we hit level 13... I missed. Once we hit level 13, we're going to have access to the explosive rounds, which means we can actually go in by about that level range. Like I said, I did a lot of testing with this today, trying to just figure out the kinks of it. I wanted to actually make a video that was somewhat informative and be able to tell you guys, you know, an accurate representation of what you should expect. Snipe Master will, with the explosive rounds at around level 13, Snipe will do about 1,000 damage. Well, it's rude enough? No. We'll do about 1,000 damage. And then, are we dead to an E? And then the surrounding area takes half that damage. So you can snipe the Conjurer minion, the Mage minion, and it'll deal 1,000 damage. Everything else takes 500. So you essentially kill the Mage, the regen globe, in one shot. And then everything else is down to about half health. And that means that your wave can just push in and deal more damage without really having to think about it. It's just passive lane pushing. It's really nice, actually. And with the Mage dying, you pick up the regen globe, and you get all of the mana back that you just used on the snipe, which is nice as well. Alarak is going to die in the bottom lane as we go in and gank, and we need a little bit more. I got it. I have the one gem we need for the objective to happen. Now, level 7, Snipe Master online. We're going to be picking this up, hopefully landing all of our Qs on heroes to build up the damage, and then after we build up the damage, it doesn't fucking matter what we hit as long as we hit something. If we shoot our snipe out and a minion dies, then we don't get credit. If the minion dies while the bullet's in transit, we did miss Tyrande there with our first snipe. There, we hit her, yeah. I really like the new quest completion sounds. It makes it feel like you're doing something awesome all the time. Is he behind the wall, or? Yeah, he was behind the wall, that didn't count. Now, I will argue that Covert Mission, or whatever that bribe talent's called for Nova, probably not the best pick here, but our other options aren't really that good for us either. So I just wanted to have something that we could use on this map. Again, not a very good option on Tomb of the Spider Queen, but again, I just wanted to be able to bribe something eventually. There's only a few mercenary camps. We can go ahead and bribe the bottom camp after this objective's over if we really wanted to. I'm just trying to keep somewhat safe positioning. As you can see, we missed our snipe there, which means we have to build up those 2 stacks over again. I am trying to use this snipe as often as I can. As you can see, roaming in between lanes, not really doing a lot of auto attack damage, just going straight in with the shot and then bailing. Just trying to lay down as much, it feels like suppressive fire with the snipe as I can. In order to keep that going, I'll go ahead and bribe this. That'll push the bottom lane right into that first fort. And, you know, I can use Snipe on a minion like that if I really wanted to. That building is out of ammunition, so the minion wave pushing in should be pretty effective. Should get us up to level 10 pretty quickly. There we go on Tyrande. We are going to deal a little bit of damage. Zarya backing up here. Got my timing a little bit wrong there, but that should be okay. I am going to go for a triple tap. Hold on. Don't say anything yet. Triple tap actually makes a lot of sense with this build, because you can do things like this when Tyrande gets rooted, do a lot of damage there. And as we hit level 20, this enemy team, if we catch them out at all, you know, we're going to have Sergeant Hammer sieging up all the time. If we ever have an opportunity like that, then we can just use triple tap on him, force people to go in and interrupt the damage, and or intercept the damage, and it should be fine. As you can see, Snipe does a lot of fucking damage right now. We have the 75% damage increase on Snipe, and we can take a pilot D.Va down to about a third of her health with a single snipe. We can take Genji down to about half health with a single snipe at this point in the game. And a Murky, I'm not even going to try to snipe him, because if he uses his bubble, then I have to build up all of my stacks again, and that's really fucking frustrating. One thing you should know about your bribe is that when you bribe an entire mercenary camp, they come off cooldown significantly faster. So what you see here is this mercenary camp still pushing, and then we can move in and bribe the same fucking camp again. That's 2 siege giants from the same camp in the same lane, which is pretty dope, team. Pretty dope. Looks like we got another objective, and this is going to be pushing in against the enemy team. That probably means we're dominating them pretty hard. That typically doesn't happen. I cannot stress how frustrating of a day it was to actually perform this build in several games. I think I played about 5 matches. I won 2, lost 3, so I'm at a negative right now. And this build either feels fantastic or completely fucking awful. And I'm just being honest with you. I mean, I'm just telling you how it is. You know what I mean? You're either going to completely own an enemy team with this. It doesn't even have anything to do with landing your it doesn't have anything to do with landing your snipes at all, which is what the feel-good portion of this build used to be like. What it has to do with now is whether or not the enemy team has a fucking Genji that's going to be diving you every second. Whether or not the enemy team has a Judgment Material that's going to be diving you every second. Whether or not the enemy fucking team has a goddamn Global Hunt that's going to be diving you every second. Because that was my overall experience today. It was, I came out of stealth to snipe something. Didn't matter what the fuck my positioning was. Didn't matter at all. I come out of stealth, and then immediately I'm hit with those point-and-click lockdowns that I can't move out of.
Yeah, I like that.
This game obviously doesn't have that, and as you can see, I'm being pretty effective. We're 3-2-0 with the highest hero damage in the game. Yeah. We haven't even used triple tap yet, have we? Maybe we have. Triple tap is not particularly good against this enemy team. I just want to make that clear, but I do feel like Precision Strike doesn't have the same scalability with this build. Like, let's just go ahead and use triple tap here. He's dead. There you go. Yeah!
I knew you could do it.
It's the best ult in the game. That's how you know you're in a game with viewers. When they see the triple tap and they're like, shit, that was the best ult in the game right there. That's when you know you're in a game with viewers. Feels good, man. Murky's pushing the bottom lane somewhere. I don't really care. I need to get this camp and get that pushing for us again. That's my job. This is the only camp I can really bribe easily. I'm just gonna bribe this over and over and over again. Even if it doesn't do a lot of pushing, we're still forcing the enemy team to respond to this, which is value in itself.
That's it. Keep it up.
I don't know where Murky... Oh, there's Murky. And that's the power of Snipe Master. Now, with level 13, we do have the explosive round, which, as I mentioned, means that we can clear minion waves pretty effectively. But don't just take my word for it. I'll go show you. I'll go show you somewhere. I'll show you up here. So here we see the mage minion walking in. This is the position you want to do it from. You shoot the mage dies, everything else is then at half health, and your minion wave can push in significantly further than it would be able to otherwise. And that's essentially how it works. And we can farm fucking kills off this Murky just by hitting pinning strike, pinning shot, whatever the fuck it's called, and then sniping immediately after. Triple tap's gonna be back online in 9 seconds. By the way, in most of the games I played today, I was using Precision Strike. switched it up in the last game, and I actually thought it felt better. Because we have to be super cautious with our positioning anyway. So we're going to be back behind everybody. And if someone wants to go that deep, they're going to be going that deep regardless of whether or not I used a triple tap or something else. You know what I mean? It's like they're going to dive me. They're going to dive me no matter what ult I picked, and I might as well get some free damage out. I don't know. I'm trying real hard to justify it. Essentially, we're not taking it for the level 10 portion. We're taking it for the level 20 portion, where we can just cast this over and over and try to set up these chain kills in between our snipes. And we... I don't feel like rewind is essential. Thunder. With how my mic's set up, I don't know if you guys can even hear that, but the Thundercats are on the move outside team. It's summer in Florida again. Uh-oh. Let's dodge that. We can just snipe into this guy. 1,016 damage on that snipe. And because we're level 16, we can already snipe again. Triple tap. Should kill him. There we go. Tyrande is dead to a snipe. And we can just continue to move up here in stealth if we really wanted to. If we really wanted to go ham, we could drop our decoy. Drop our decoy to soak up those tower shots and then try to deal a little bit of damage. Almost got that Genji. I actually messed up my auto attack there. I moved instead of auto attacking. And as you can see, we're pretty much just dealing a shit ton of damage to anyone that comes into range. And this is the good example of how this build works. This is the, hey, I'm selling you on this. Hey, here's my pamphlet for my cult called the Nova's Snipe Apocalypse, right? That's my cult. I don't know what cults are normally called. So that's just what we're going with. The Nova Snipe Apocalypse. Join today and reap these massive benefits. And this is what you put in the pamphlet, right? This is what you get people in to sign up. But the reality is, if they have a lot of dive comps, you're just fucking dead. And there's, ooh, dodge that now. And there's no in between. You're just fucking dead, and it feels awful. So again, oh, that worked. I actually sniped the Murky's egg, and it kept my snipe chain going. That's pretty dope. I'm gonna go down to the bottom lane. Get the fuck out of here, team.
I would heal lost heroes.
I think we're okay.
Acknowledged.
We might be able to kill this Sergeant Hammer here in just a moment.
The hour of the spider.
Oh, it's so much fucking damage! Oh, we might be in trouble here if he decides to turn around. Also, if Genji decides to engage, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble. Looks like we're okay.
Destroy the
Where do you think Tyrande went?
reclaim the gems of my power.
You think I can chase that Tyrande down?
Mercy.
She was in stealth right there. She was in stealth right there. I forgot, yeah! Yeah! They're asking me if I'm going to get the cooldown reduction at 20. That was the plan. Originally, I was using this with Precision Strike and then Rewind. But I found at level 16, you have enough cooldown reduction with the Q ability. Because if you hit a target, which we're always doing to keep the chain going, if we hit a target, you have a 3-second cooldown on Snipe. And I would say there's very few situations where you have to burst someone down in those 3 seconds. So, like, pitting shot, snipe, rewind, auto attack, pinning shot, snipe. Like, you don't need to do that. You deal enough damage with just the snipe alone in most cases. So I phased out the rewind here at level 20. Like I said, I've been playing this a lot today. And then I went for the fast reload, and it just felt better. It just straight up felt better. Especially as the game gets later and later, and there's less buildings up, less shit for the enemy team to hide behind. Let's kill their walls so my doesn't get blocked.
Executing.
Thank you, team. Top lane's pushing right now. As a Nova, I can clean that up. And that feels fantastic, I gotta tell you. That feels real good. So we just wait for him to group up, and look at that! Look at that! Nova's never been able to do that before. Yeah. Hey! I like this Zul's ideas. This Zul has good ideas. This minion wave, boom! Sniped. They didn't clump up really well. They were kind of weird, but you get what I'm saying. We're coming up on level 20 pretty quick. Genji did bring me out of stealth there with his shuriken, so we're just going to back up, just re-enter stealth. They have vision of me. I was already in stealth, and they had vision of me again. Oh, we could just snipe into that and deal area effect damage to everybody. Genji coming in on me now. We'll just triple tap him point blank. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? And now Tyrande Whisperwind, the only person alive on her entire team. Are we gonna dive for her? I just need to be really careful here. We've kept our snipe bonus this whole game. I don't want to lose it now. We have fast reload at level 20. And if you would like to join the Pallytime's Nova Snipe cult, this is a great example of when it goes well. I'm not going to show you when it goes bad, because it's just like, seriously. It was the most frustrating shit in my entire life that I've ever dealt with. And that's an exaggeration, obviously. But when I spent like 3 hours today trying to get this video done, had the most perfect recording, way better than this one, done originally, and then had to go back and record it again. It was like every attempt after that, it was just, come out of stealth, I'm gonna shoot you. Stun lock, killed. Come out of stealth, I'm gonna shoot you. Next game. This is the next game. That was after the first game where I got stun lock and killed. Stun lock and killed again. It was just repeated over and over and over. It was really fucking frustrating. But if you want to roll the dice, if you want to experience what a Snipe Master can feel like with that AoE damage, remember you have the increased utility, being able to push lanes feels really, really good. You can help out on Infernal Shrines. You're pretty fucking shit still on Battlefield of Eternity, just so you know. I wouldn't pick Nova there ever. But if a drunk fucking Pallytime can do it, you better goddamn believe you can. Talents we used in today's video: Advanced Cloaking, Covert Mission, Snipe Master, Triple Tap, Explosive Rounds, Perfect Shot, and Fast Reload. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hopefully I release it today.